Salute, salute, salute to our Blanche Tears fam. What it do? It's your boy Subliminal 209, my boy Kelly. We here. We got a nice show for you tonight. We're gonna do a mock draft, lottery picks 1 through 14. I know we a little down and out from the other day, getting the 11th pick, but you know what I'm saying? It could have gone worse. It is what it is. We know what the pick is now. So we're gonna do a little mock draft to kind of see who is available at our spot. Don't be shy. Stop by, say hi. You know what I'm saying? Throw your names in the chat too, because we gonna let you know who we want or who is best fit for each team. And then y'all let us know who is the best for that team as well. That way we get a better understanding of who you guys like. Then we get, you know what I'm saying, do this together. So, I mean, we kind of figured we was get the 11th spot, so it kind of is what it is. I didn't have my hopes up too high, but you know how they do us all the time. So, unfortunately, we got the 11th pick. Kelly, you there? My boy Kelly's on mute right now. Just give me a minute because it's kind of hard to do a mock draft by. I mean, you can do it by yourself. So, I mean, I'm gonna just go ahead and start. So, with the first pick, all right, there you go. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So we kind of figured out the order of the draft. We know the Magic got the first pick, and
Yep. Yeah, Magic get the first. Yeah. Go ahead, my fault.
no, it's all good. They got.
That's what I wanted to say. Go ahead. Now I
Yeah,
wanted to say my fault. As far as the mock draft goes, it's funny because the first three teams, Orlando, and Oklahoma and Houston, they all have similar situations. It's like until you get to Sacramento, it's kind of like in their case, they all but the thing is, free agency doesn't start till after the draft, so it's like whatever problem they have that they want to deal with, I guess they have to wait till the draft will answer it for them. I guess whatever questions they have, but with them, it's like with them three teams, it seems like they would go for the best available, but more so than fit. Sacramento seems more like a team that's going off of fit. But go ahead.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that point though.
Just wild cards to me. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how it worked out that way too, though, in that order.
Right.
With Orlando Magic and OKC, like you said. So
right. These guys are in the top 5 again. It's like last year.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Whatever.
We can't cry over spilled milk.
Right.
But yeah. So Orlando got the number 1 pick. They got Cole Anthony as their leading scorer. They got who else? They got Franz Wagner, as a small forward. He's their second leading scorer. They got Wendell Carter. He's their center. He's their third leading scorer. They got a lot of young talent. They got Jalen Suggs out there.
Wendell Carter's their third leading scorer?
Yeah, he's their third leading scorer. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Then they got Jalen Suggs who can backup point guard, shooting guard, combo guard, whatever. They got a lot of players, a lot of young players, a lot of depth. And they got Bamba, who's on that expiring.
Jalen Suggs does start, right? He comes off the bench. He starts alongside Cole Anthony?
I am not sure because I don't watch too much of Orlando.
All right, now they got the injury of Markelle Fultz, so I guess that's when things.
Then they got Markelle Fultz. I mean, they got a lot of depth in that point guard spot.
Right, exactly. That's why you would think, where they're going. They're in the draft.
Yeah, and then their power forward was it Chuma Okiki? Yeah.
You mean starting, or was it? No, Franz Wagner was starting, right? Or Mo Wagner.
Franz Wagner is a small forward, though, isn't he?
Sometimes he plays some small ball for you. You also
the way they have their team set up is they can kind of mix and match. If you're a point guard, you can play combo guard. If you're a small forward, you could play power forward or vice versa. They got the Wagner brothers. So I mean,
And you
who would
also
you? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I mean I was gonna say then you also got Mobamba off the bench.
Yeah, yep.
So I'm thinking as far as front court, how is their front court? Let me see. Yeah, their front court's a little. I think their front court is a little weaker than the back court. Of course, they got Jonathan Isaac, who's in and out. They still don't know what they got from him yet, right?
Yep. He's coming off another ACL injury.
Injury. This guy's always he's out every time. Oh yeah, they also got Bol. Okay, they got one of our own, Brad Zekas. We don't know this. We don't know if he's getting run or not. I think he is getting
Iggy.
Right, the other.
Iggy, give me one more chance. Iggy, give me one more chance.
Right. So okay, Terrence Ross. Okay, damn, I had to remember that team. Wow, I've been so far gone. You haven't seen nothing from them in a long time. You know what? Their front court isn't too bad. And that's what makes it so tough because you don't know the direction where these teams are going. They have guys you don't even know till free agency. That's why it's a little tough. That's why I said the first three teams are wild cards, but I guess you want to get into it. You want to go? Want me to say who I think they would pick? So with that being said, I think they are going to go with Jabari Smith at number 1. So it's a wild card. It can go between any of the three guys, and the three forwards, center, whatever. So I'm going with Jabari Smith. Can shoot the three, can rebound pretty well. I know they have I know they have Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter is always, the only thing with him, he's always hurt. They may want to go young. They may, they're a team that's been bad. So they may, when you have a team that bad, even though you have young talent, when you have a team that bad, you don't really think of fit because you don't know what you got yet. So you always think of best available. If this guy comes in, Jabari Smith, you can't go wrong. He's a top pick. He's highest stock. He's very high stock. So you figure, hey, Jabari Smith may be this may be the key to start winning. This may be the turn in the corner to start winning. You get a guy like Jabari Smith. Like I said, he could take you out as well. He's a center that could take you out there to the top. Well, he's a power forward. I'm sorry, he's a power forward that could play out there.
Yeah, he's that flamethrower. You can light him up. You know what I mean? You got enough guys that can handle the rock with Suggs and Cole Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Who could drive and kick and dish it. Why not kick it to Jabari, who's the flamethrower? So I see your line of thinking there. What y'all think in the chat? Go ahead and give me your picks for the number 1. That way we have, we can have an interaction with the chat too, see what you guys' mindset is. Then we can all be on either the same page or different pages. It's kind of nice to have someone else's, mindset on who they have. That way we can just talk about it. That's why we're here. So let's salute some cats in the chat right now. We got Canal Banloya.
Yeah, and it's my fault. I'm to cut you off. So now it's funny because what Canal Banloya said, salute Canal, salute White Falcon, Kaiser Soul, salute. But what I was gonna say, it's funny because Suggs, I said Suggs, Chet, Bonchero, and Jabari Smith, all three of those, either of those guys can go number 1, I feel. And yes, Suggs and Chet are friends. Maybe they will. You never know. It could be Chet. Maybe they'll. I don't know if they're gonna listen to Suggs, but if Orlando does their due diligence and know that, then hey, that'll be good for that'll be cool for Orlando. Suggs just got drafted there last year, so yeah. So it can go to any of those guys, but I got Jabari Smith going. I think I got him going number 1.
All right. So I'm locking it in. I'm writing it down right here. You got Kelly picking Jabari Smith. We have Canal Banloya says it's got to be Chet. So right now and he says Suggs and Chet are friends. So all right, I'm locking it in because I don't see anybody else throwing who's going number 1. So we got the chat picking Chet. We got my boy Kelly picking Jabari Smith, and I am picking Paolo Banchero.
Oh, you're going with Ponchero for first pick?
Yeah, I like Banchero. He's NBA ready. He has that NBA body frame that's ready to go down there in the low post, bang down there with the trees. He has that all around game. You know, he could work you in the post. He'll take you off the bounce, hit you with a little step back. Is just he's just solid all around. I think he'll jump right in and what I'm saying, and they won't skip a beat. Like so, I feel like they could grow. With Apollo Banchero, he does need to step his defense up, but that whole team is the whole team needs to step their defense up. Maybe that's something they could figure out later. So, I mean, like you mentioned, you can't go wrong with any of those picks. But I was just trying to go a different route too. But I actually think he like I said, he's NBA ready. He scored more points than all of them. He averaged 17.2. Jabari averaged 16.9, and Chet averaged 14.1. So,
oh wow, my fault. I just looked at this other mock draft. Wow, I'll tell you what I've seen later. Sorry.
that's no, you good. You good.
Buddy, I was like, wow, I seen a certain guy that's supposed to go fourth going 21. Sorry. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But that's good. I like to hear different types of things like that. It kind of throws a wrench in the whole thing. Kind of mixes everything up. You don't figure, you don't know who it's going to be. I mean, that's the beauty of it, just the unknown. It's kind of like the the pick from last year when Toronto had their pick. He just moved up. Scotty Barnes just jumped out of nowhere and jumped into the fifth pick. So I like when guys just move up in the draft and they're not so high, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, he's picked third or he's picked fourth, and then you're like, okay, it messes everything up now.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what I like though. So yeah, there's no consensus number one. It's not like the Zion draft year where everybody knew Zion was going number one or anything like that. So it's kind of who do you like better? Who has maybe someone has a better upside, a higher ceiling. Maybe it's chemistry like Canal mentioned, Suggs and Chet. Our friends. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe they have more intel on character. Maybe the guy has a higher character, so you can't go wrong with either one of those guys. Just like I mentioned before, pick your poison. Who do you want? We at the bar. You a tequila guy, a vodka guy.
Right. Both get you drunk, so pick your poison.
Yeah. All has the same end result, huh? So,
right.
So salute to Jay Boogie.
Salute.
You want to throw the link in the chat since
yeah,
our boy Jay Boogie says we don't throw the invite out there.
Yeah, never me up there. So yeah, I get him up here. He's always welcome, man. A lot of people always welcome, man. You should know, man.
Yeah, just you know what it is though. Just keep it clean.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
I'm not talking about Jay Boogie, but there's other people that be trying to pop up that we have plenty of time. Like everybody's gonna get their time to shine. It's all good. But so I'm going with Paulo on that one. So then we got the number 2 pick with OKC. They just jumped all the way up. I mean, come on, how many more picks do these guys get? Do they need? How many more players do they need? Those
is the man.
Those small market teams, they just keep handing them more picks, handing them like whatever they want. What do you want the second pick and the third pick? Okay, well,
who's giving them? It's kind of like the rich take care of the poor kind of thing. It's the big market teams that end up competitive. They say we don't need this. Hey, you can have it. And then that's when the small market teams creep up. That's when they creep up. That's what happens. Like the rich takes care of the poor, and the poor just they double that money and they catch up to the rich. That's the case with the small market team. So with OKC having the second pick, this is one that's a little bit tough because again, like I said, it's a wild card. It's number 2. We don't know the direction. We know they have Shea Gill just at the point. They have a somewhat a so-so backcourt. Shea's another one like Markelle Fultz. I mean, he's probably better than Markelle Fultz now because they got drafted the same year. He's never hurt. Well, he is hurt, but not as much as Markelle Fultz. So Shea is another talented guard. They got Josh Giddey at the 2 guard. Josh Giddey has shown that He might be able to play point guard, so you don't know the direction teammate will look to. They may look to get something for Shea. Shea is a guy that has value, and that's what smart teams do. Unlike him, our favorite team, but with certain teams, that's what smart teams do. They flip stuff. You flip players. You don't just get rid of them. You flip them. You get rid of them, but you flip them. So, the backcourt's a little. If they're looking for anything, it would be something close to maybe a 3. Maybe
Well, they got Lou Dort there at the 3.
They do, but the Dork is a little bit of an undersized 3. I mean, I don't know. I have this
But
thing with
he's solid though. You know what I'm saying? Like he could hold his own. Like if some bigger wing tries to post him up or anything like that, and he could guard the perimeter out there too. So don't be sleeping on Dort. He's their third leading scorer as well.
no, he's tough. Dort is tough. Dort is 6'3". He's 6'3", believe it or not, playing big than in size. I give him that. I would love to have him over here, but yeah, Dort is 6'3". I look around their team and I don't really see any. I don't see any wings. I see power forwards who are solid. And they got
like a Derek Favors.
Derek Favors and Darius Bagley. This is a weird team to me. I don't know. This is a weird team to me because I don't. A lot of the guys, no name guys. You know what I mean? I don't know who they are, but they got the center position. They got Mike Muscala. They got Pavlevsky, however you say his name. They got Jeremiah Earl Robinson, who's funny because the Knicks actually, I think they picked that pick for the Knicks. They picked it for the Knicks just for the Knicks to give up. That's funny because that's technically who we drafted last year at 19. That's the funny part. But the pick was then given to OKC, which is funny. But Jeremiah Earl Robinson, he could play some 3 and 4. He's solid. It's funny because Chet reminds, his carbon copy might be, Pavlevsky. And I just find it so funny because they both have a similar frame. They both might be the same height. Pavlevsky, Pokasevsky, he might about 7 feet. They're both 7 feet tall. Chet might be the better version. He might be. He probably could move a little better with the ball. Probably could put it on the floor a little bit better. So I don't know if they would draft a Chet and just get rid of and trade a Pavlevsky. I don't know. Again, this is one of the wild card teams in the top draft, so they may be the ones to shake up the draft. So I'm gonna say wait, hold on. Let me just see.
Houston. Poka, that skinny thin frame. He's playing more of that power forward.
Yeah, he plays more of the power forward.
Where Chet, he's more that center position.
Right.
He blocks shots. He's out there. Blocking shot. He's protecting the rim. He's not shying away from contact. And he can handle the rock. And Poka kind of didn't stand out last year. I think he only averaged like 8 points a game, somewhere around that area.
Right.
They're not really featuring him like that. He's just kind of a, whatever you get out of him it is what it is. Whereas if you were to pick Chet, he's going to be featured. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way around that. He just has that defensive prowess, that rim protection, and he can handle the rock. And he could get his own bucket. But so who are you picking with the number 2 pick for OKC?
That's a tough one for OKC. I think this is the one I'm gonna have to say Banchero.
All right.
This is the one. I think they're gonna, because it's hard for me to say because they have the center position and they have the power forward position. So it's like you get Chet, you have like you said, he's more the center. Pavlevsky's more of the forward. However, they have a few guys. They have a few guys just like Banchero that could, that play the 3 and the 4 as well. They play the 3 and the 4. Banchero's more of a 4, but you could probably J Boogie, the links up. Just scroll up, links there. You have Banchero who could play. I think Banchero could probably play some 3 here and there. He moves. He has moves on the perimeter, so I think he could probably play some 3 and 4 like a tweener. He might be better than what they have. Like I said, they have Jeremiah Earl Robinson, who's pretty solid. They have Darius Bagley, who's solid at the 4. They have Kendrick Williams, who's solid at the 3. but Moncharo probably gives him more size at the three. So I think I can see him. I can see him. More so fitting with OKC. They could use the extra wing, the extra scoring. That immediate next to Shea. I think they could use that. Moncharo's a solid. He's a solid wing. Last time OKC had a solid wing. And what is Moncharo 6'10"?
Yeah, 6'10".
Last time they had a solid wing was, that man that was drafted out of Texas. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
man who's still in the league now, who that was the last dynamic franchise saving wing that OKC had. So I think this would be. I think they should make that go. Make that. Yeah, I know Dort can play the small forward, but I mean, if you want to move him to you got Giddy at the two, but hey, if you want to move Bonchero to the starting four, then yeah, and now you have a starting four, or however the OKC prefers. Like I said, this is a wild card team. It's hard for me to really say. So, but hey, that's still a starting five right there. Who will play the five on this team? Let me see. Muscala, Derek
yeah,
Favors. So Bonchero, Derek Favors,
yeah.
Dort, Giddy, SGA. It's pretty solid. That's pretty solid team. So I'm gonna lock in with Banchero at two.
At two, okay, all right. I mean, like I said, you can't go wrong with that. And what does the chat say? Who the chat going for OKC at two? Who y'all got? Okay, and salute to y'all in the chat. We got Drip Moore, Troy Fleet, B Willis, C Mac. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight.
Salute,
So
salute my
yeah,
man B. Willis. Salute.
so we got my boy Kelly picking
Salute.
Palo Banchero, and like I said, I'm going Chet.
Chet.
I'm going Chet. OKC is not shy about drafting, international players like Pocavenci, Pocavenci, however you pronounce it, Josh Giddy.
I was Giddy Australian.
Yeah.
The Australian.
I just feel like he's a fit. Just they need a center. They need a guy who can block shots. He get his own bucket. Just yeah, I think it's a perfect fit with OKC. I'm gonna just keep it short like that.
Okay.
And then we got C-Mac Jabari at two.
So Jabari at two.
Yeah, we got Canal says Smith. Okay, we got two Smiths and a Chet or a Smith. So we're locking it in with the chat is going Smith since they had Chet going number one.
We got Chet going. Let me just answer C Mac's question because this was I got this report too. Did you hear about Tim Hardaway being as a scout for the Knicks? Did you hear about that? Tim Hardaway Sr.
No, I did not. I did not.
They didn't. Well, they didn't announce it till today. The team never announced it. They picked him up as a scout, I guess, like a drafting scout. So he's interviewing some guys at the Chicago. I think the combine's gonna be in Chicago. I think when's the combine? Tomorrow?
It started today.
Today, right?
Yeah. So I just got home too late. You know what I mean? I got home too late. I had
classes and stuff. Yeah.
Had to get dinner ready for the kids.
I had to get dinner ready for myself. That's what I know. But now that's what's up. Yes, and Nudie 25 salute. We know Chet is American. But yes, to answer your question, C-Mac, how do I feel about it? My thoughts. I always liked Tim Hardaway. However, he always this was a guy that was always the rival of the Knicks. So I find it funny because his son, the Knicks traded off his son twice. They did him. I think they did him kind of dirty twice. And he was always a rival of the Knicks, Tim Hardaway Sr. So I just find it funny how maybe it's just business. I would hope in his case it's just business, that he's not here to sabotage the team on purpose and just stuff like that. I would hope it's just business, and that's past him and his son. His son, he doesn't care. His son's still in the league, so I would hope that it's just business, and he does good for us before. I would hope number one thing I would hope with Tim Hardaway is that he doesn't use old school philosophies for the draft picks. We don't need no more old school philosophies. We don't need to stay stuck in traffic while everyone else is at the airport. Every other team's at the airport getting ready to board their plane. We don't need that. We don't need to be stuck. So I just hope he doesn't. Tim Hardaway, I kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. He was a player. So most guys that were players, I kind of give them benefits of the doubt. At least they were players. They know, they know adjustments. They know what it takes to win. They was actually on the courts. So, with that being said, anyway, back to programming. Want to go on with the number three? So, you locked in?
Yeah, I locked it in. I got Chet. So that's pretty much what we figured. Those
For
either
OKC.
way you flip or flop it. Those
Right,
guys would win one or two or
right.
three. One, two, or three. So we're all going different ways right now as far as you, me, and the chat. So, but that's kind of who we figured were going to be the top three. Now
Right.
with the Rockets, they have Kevin Porter Jr.,
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green. They got Christian Wood at center, their number one scorer. So they got the point guard position, the shooting guard position, the center. You got Eric Gordon, who's a veteran. He's like their fourth leading scorer, but he's not their long term solution either. So they kind of have a hole in the small forward, power forward position.
Right. Another one with the front court issues.
Yeah,
The team who we don't know, do they plan to move on from their front court? Christian Wood is solid, but how much what do they see in Christian Wood? I think was Kelly Olynyk over there. I guess
yeah.
not.
No, Kelly Olynyk was with
It may
the
not be
Pistons. The Pistons.
Christian. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So they're not, they're not. They don't have okay Olynyk anymore. But yeah, they might be looking to bolster their front court. They have a lot of they have a lot of good forwards over them. Pardon me, they have a lot of good forwards. They have Alperon Sengun, who's pretty solid, big. They drafted him last year. He's pretty solid. But they might still be looking to beef up the front court. So who did I pick? That's where I'm looking at he doesn't really beef up the front court, but he adds some depth there, talented depth, guy that can space the floor. Number three with the Rockets, that's where I'm going with a Chet.
Okay.
I'm going with a Chet at number three. Moves like a guard, things like that. I mean, they have all types of things going on over there for the Rockets. So I'm throwing him up there over there with Christian Wood and Alperon Sengun. I think he could play well off of them. And they have a good backcourt, and they have good wings. They have a solid team, but they have a lot of mixed. They have a mixed direction too. I'm pretty sure they have the direction. I'm pretty sure they want to go young.
Right.
Like Eric Gordon. Still have Eric Gordon. Still have John Wall, who they didn't. They're probably out. They have Dennis Schroeder over there, who they're probably going to figure out what they're going to do with him. So they're getting ready to. They're probably getting ready to go fully young. But then again, you never know. Some teams they want to add vets to the puzzle to see if to have some vets teach them how to win. So we'll see. But I think they go Chet Holmgren because they also, again, this is another bad team. Bad teams forget about a fit. They need the best.
Best available player. Yeah, and the way
you don't have a fit when you're a bad team like that. There is no fit. You're horrible.
Right. You just need as much talent as you get, acquired. So
take it from there and don't drop the ball.
Yeah. So I'm with you because the last guy on my board is Jabari, so I have to go Jabari with.
That's a good one too. So it could go either way, but Jabari he works out for them too. He can space the floor, hit the three. So that's solid for them too.
Yeah. So who y'all got, chat? Because now you guys got number one, you went Chet. Number two, you went Smith. So Jabari would be the next best available player on your board.
Right.
Are you guys going Follow? Or are you guys mixing it up and going somewhere else? So number one, y'all went Chet. Number two, y'all went Smith. So is a follow? All right. Kaiser Sosa, he went Jabari number one. So that's what Kelly went. So Kelly went Jabari number one.
Yeah, I had Jabari at number one for the Magic.
Yeah. So if Kaiser Sosa, you're on Kelly's board then, because he went Jabari number one, Paolo number two, and Chet number three. And most of the chat went Chet number one, Smith number two, and C-Mac saying Paolo number three. So we got our top three guys locked in right now.
Hmm.
We kind of figured those were going to be the top three, just depending on who you want. And now they're off the board. Now it's going to start getting a little more interesting as we go to figure out who the Kings want.
Wait, who'd you? Oh yeah, you picked Bryce. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My bad. Yeah, so Kings. This is where
yeah.
it gets. Yeah, it gets
It,
interesting.
it gets a
Yeah,
little more. It gets a little more interesting as we go. We knew who the top three were going to be. We just didn't know what order they were going to go in.
right.
So now it gets like I mentioned, it gets a little interesting now with the Kings. They got Swiper the Fox at their PG. They did a big trade through
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know the answer to this already. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, they did a big trade in the middle of the season. Got rid of Hallie, got rid of Buddy Hield.
Mm-hmm.
Both those guys went to the Pacers. They brought in Justin Holiday from the Pacers, and they brought in Sabonis
That's
from the
probably the biggest
Pacers,
one. Sabonis and let me
and
see. No, Justin Holiday is on. They might have brought. Yeah, Justin Holiday. Yeah, Justin Holiday. I was
yeah,
thinking of his brother who just got eliminated. Aaron.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The Holiday that was on the Knicks at one point.
Right.
Yeah,
Justin. Yeah, I like them too. But yep.
yeah. So they got Fox, they got Justin Holidays, they got Harrison Barnes, plays he can play the three. They got Sabonis playing the four. They got another guard, Davion Mitchell, who's a small guard himself, point guard. Um, their center. So who does the Kings
Rashawn
have?
Holmes.
What's that?
Rashawn Holmes.
Okay, all
That's
right.
yeah, they have the I think is he from Africa? They had the he's from Portugal. They have the other dude over there that was pretty lengthy. I'm trying to find him now. He was there 5. He was blocking a lot of shots up there for the Kings. Let me see. I can't find him. I can't find the guy now. But they had a side there, and I think Damian Jones. They had some side. They had some decency at the 5. I think what they need was more so probably a shooting guard. I'm looking at
Okay.
it, like they got rid of they have the Aaron Fox, but they have I mean they still have 2 guards. Technically, you still have you have the Aaron Fox and you still have
Davion Mitchell.
and it's funny because last season we thought one of them was getting traded. We thought it was likely going to be Fox, and Fox had Fox had made it through the season. So you trade away Halliburton, you trade away Buddy Hield, you trade away a guy and you trade away a guy in Buddy Hield that could shoot. But he came into the league at an older age. No, he never that means anything, but he's older. I'm sure it's time he wants to compete, I guess. So he got rid of him. Halliburton, I thought that was pretty silly of them. They got rid of him. So let's see what their next step is. But their front court seems pretty solid. Harrison Barnes, Bonus, Mo Harkless,
Trey
uh,
Lyles.
Trey Lyles. Oh, they have Alex Lynn. Okay, I didn't know they have Alex Lynn. Alex Lynn's pretty solid. He's a solid big. Rashawn Holmes is a solid big. They have the front court doesn't seem too bad if you
Yeah.
ask me. I think Sabonis and Alex Lynn could probably fit pretty well. I think they because neither of them have the ego. They don't really have an ego problem. I think they would fit pretty well. I think what would fit on their team is a shooting guard.
Yeah, because they got Jeremy Lamb right now as their shooting guard.
Oh, they do. Oh, I see. Yes, they have Jeremy Lamb, but they might get rid of him. I don't know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's not their future
Right.
shooting. That's
Right.
a
Exactly. Yeah.
glaring hole. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, you got Jeremy Lamb, they got Justin Holiday. Those guys are just guys just to
They're a little,
hold the fort down for now until we
yeah.
get.
They're a little older. They may get traded for something else. So that makes it easy to decide who's probably going to go to the Kings at was it 4? That makes it a little easier. Now you have so for me, this is a tough one too. I got the Kings at 4 taking Ivy.
Oh, okay,
I
all
got
right.
because this is the next. This one is a little wild card too, but I got them. I'll tell you why with the next one. I got the Kings at 4 taking Ivy as a. Now he's another small guard, I know, but I got them taking Ivy. Yeah,
All right. Well, you made it easy for me because I'm taking Sharp
take a shot. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I had it. That's why I said it was kind of a wild because it can go to either this team or the next. So
with.
I got what you gonna say? My fault. What you gonna say?
I just like that backcourt duo of Swiper the Fox with all that speed, and then Shaden Sharp with all that athleticism.
Right.
When he could just either one of them could just leak out and just take off, take off for the races and just get those easy transition buckets.
The thing was sharp. The thing was sharp. Yeah, that's what I see too. The athleticism. The thing with Sharp, I think he may be able to shoot a little better than Ivy. Ivy, I think I think he may shoot. Well, the thing is, I can't really say who does what better because Sharp attacks the basket. Well, I mean, going off of high school highlights, he has the athleticism to get to the basket as well. Ivy also has what it takes to get to the basket. He's a pretty tough at getting to the basket. I don't know. Like, of course, Sharp has the edge with the athleticism, but I don't know. That's why it could go either way with these two shooting guards for me. So I'm gonna go with Ivy with the Kings with him. He's also like I say, he's an attack the basket kind of guard. So I got him with Swiper the Fox. I mean, they probably would need a shooter next to Swiper. Like I don't know if Jaden Ivey would be it, but I don't know. That's kind of like why I got
I just see it being fun with that athleticism and that speed for both of them. But Jaden Ivey he could create his own bucket. He has better handles than Shaden Sharp. So if Swiper or Fox could just hand the keys over to Ivy and let him do his thing, where I think Swiper has a fine Shaden Sharp cutting, or he has to kind of lead him in the pass and things like that, and kind of catch him on oops instead of just handing the keys over and letting Shaden Sharp go to work. I think that it would be a better fit, like you mentioned with Ivy, but I just feel like it'd be funner to watch with with Shaden Sharp and Swiper the Fox. Just a bunch of highlight plays like all day long. So that's
right.
kind of why I just put it there. And he made it, you going Ivy, I was like, all right, let me just flip it and I'll just go with Sharp. So who y'all got? Who y'all got? We got let's salute some more cats in the chat. We got Soul Finger number 12.
Soul Finger, salute, so my man Soul Finger. Man, Soul, salute.
Right.
Troy Fletcher, Ivy Fox, worst defense. It would be the Kings are not. The Kings are always. I don't even know if they're always the best player available team. I mean, they pretty much are because they suck for years too. So they're more of a best player available team as well. It probably would be Sharp, but I don't know. I got Ivy because the reason I say Ivy is because the Kings always make this mistake of not getting the player, right after. So that's where they'll go wrong. They'll pick Ivy because they're gonna go with who they think is the best player available. They're gonna go with Ivy. So I just have that because Kings do that anyway. The Kings passed up on Luka, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they? I think they missed out on Luka because the owner didn't care for him or because the owner didn't like his dad. It was something like that. Just something silly. Something silly, man. Somebody could tell me in the chat. Maybe they know.
Was that the same draft though?
What draft?
The draft you're talking about, Luka, because Luka was in the ice trade draft and they traded
I know.
3 and 5.
I think the Kings had a chance to get Luka as well. Yes, that was that draft. 2018 draft. If I'm not mistaken. 2018. And they messed that up. Yeah, they got to start. Yeah, certain teams they do got to start drafting for fit. But the thing is, the Kings they suck so bad. Just like when you're so bad like that, there is no fit. You draft a fit when you start. I feel like when you start getting it together, when you just start to turn the corner. I feel like when you start really competing, then I feel like that's when you draft a fit. When you have that luxury. Kings suck. They don't have. They might trade Davion Mitchell this next season. Who knows? They may get impatient with him already. Maybe the Aaron Fox gets traded. We'll see. But then because they'll have the insurance because they may take Ivy. Davion Mitchell and Ivy may be the future backcourt. You said the backcourt would be defensively would be horrible. Troy Flood, I think, said that. That's where you trade Swipe and you have Davion Mitchell and Jaden Ivey. It's all types of scenarios for different teams. That's why it's tough to say because free agencies comes after the draft, so it's like certain teams may they may draft their guy and they may look to trade the next guy, trade that guy. Just like we thought De'Aaron Fox was out of there when Davion Mitchell got drafted. It didn't happen, but it could still happen this year. We'll see. Fox and Ivy way too smart. They would take way too smart. They would take Keith Mathurin on. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
that's the chat has spoken. We got two people in the chat, Kaiser Soze and Canal Ben Lawyer, that says take Benedict Mathurin with the Kings pick. So we're gonna throw a wrench in it and lock that one in.
Wait, say that again. I'm like, Lord, say that one more time. My fault.
Benedict Mathurin
You got Mathurin on at 4?
goes for to the Kings.
Oh shit,
The
that's a good.
chat has spoken. The chat has spoken.
Who said
We
it?
lock
Yeah, take Mathurin.
we locking it in.
I got Keegan going soon. But that's a good thing. Is with Keegan, I feel like they have so they have Harrison Barnes, right? I feel like not so much Mathurin, but I feel like Keegan plays like Harrison Barnes in a sense. I don't know. I just feel like he plays similar.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. I like that comparison.
Yeah, I feel like he plays now. Mathurin is better. Mathurin is a lot of teams like Mathurin. I started looking it up.
I like Mathurin.
And that's why I'm so sad. I don't think he's gonna fall to us. There's a lot of talent, but the odds that he falls to us is probably the same odds as us getting, was getting a 1-4 or a 7-10, whatever, 6-10, 5-9, whatever it was. But it's a somewhat chance. We would have to. We'll talk about that scenario soon, but. Yeah, I would love Mathurin here. 6-7. Well, we'll get to that though. So you got Mathurin for the Kings. That's a good one too. That's if you're looking to get rid of Harrison Barnes. It's all about who you're looking to get rid of too. Is he starting? I hope he's starting. So put him right at. No, I mean you can put him at the 2. I'm sorry, you can put him at the 2. Fox, Mathurin, Barnes, Sabonis, and maybe Alex Len or Sean Holmes. That's a good one. It's a nice team in the East. I mean the West. I'm sorry, the West. Yeah, that's a solid team in the West.
Yep.
Kings haven't been
We had
right.
You said Benedict Mathurin 5 through 9, but you just never know. Somebody like it's a combine time. People are measurements are getting a lot longer than what they were saying they were. They were 6'2", now they're 6'4". Their wingspan has got a lot longer. Cone drills, everything. Right now is a lot of those measurements are jumping off the board. So you just never know. They get to talk to these players. They might like their character. So we'll see. Nothing's set in stone. Anything can happen.
Right.
All right. So so let's move on to the next one. We have the Pistons with the number 5 pick. So we got they dropped. They had the worst record in the league, and they dropped.
Right. Right. Thank you, Justin L. Salute. That's funny. We have a better chance of running through. Yeah. But yeah, the Pistons. The Pistons, I got. You want me to go? You want to go?
Well, I want to talk about a little bit of the team right now. They got Cade Cunningham, point guard. He's their second leading scorer. You got Jeremy Grant, power forward. He's their number 1 scorer. You got Sadiq Bey at a small forward. He's their third leading scorer. Then you have Marvin Bagley, who they traded for, and he's their 4th leading scorer. So they have a couple holes in their roster as far as center and shooting guard. So with knowing their positions,
right,
knowing their position of need and players on the board, who do you go?
Well, center and shooting guard. So with that being said, for the Pistons, that's where I have Sharp at the shooting guard.
Okay.
That's where I have Sharp fitting alongside Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham's a 1, right?
Yep.
Right. So you have Sadiq Bey at the 3. Marvin Bagley at the 4 if he's still there. Or Jeremy Grant. I'm sorry, Jeremy Grant is there too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you have that's where you that's where you put a Shaedon Sharpe, the athleticism of Shaedon Sharpe next to a big guard like Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham's about 6'6", 6'7". Yeah. That's where you make that happen. That's where you pair them two up in the backcourt. And they're probably, if I'm not mistaken, I think they get a Let me see. Do the Pistons have another pick late in this round? No, they don't. But they'll
No.
probably answer. But they have other. They'll probably take care of their center position later in the free agency. But I think they'll go for a backcourt to speed it up. I think that's what they'll do. They do have to take care of five position though. But yes, I got them getting sharp.
All right. Salute Paris Duggar. He said we trading down for 2 later first round picks because they're the same real sleepers that can improve us even more, like Blake Edwards, Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame, EJ Liddell. But yeah, I know EJ. EJ
Okay.
Liddell's the power forward.
Yeah. This is just a basically mock draft on positions of need. Later on, we'll get into trade scenarios, moving up the board, moving down the board, just trading out the picks. We're just right now we're just trying to get a straight up who would you take at that position at that spot. So that's kind of why we're doing Cully's picks, my picks, and the chat, and then we'll figure out who's available.
All right.
We'll probably have 3 different scenarios on when it's time for our pick on who's available. That way we have, like I said, 3 different scenarios, 3 different choices when it's time for us. That's kind of why we're doing it this way. We're not trading out because it'll get everything all mixed up at that point. So we got my boy Cully picked Sharp going to the Pistons because he picked Ivy before, and he kind of just made it easy on me. And I'm going with Ivy too because they have that shooting guard position. They don't what's the kid? What was the kid from France?
Killian Hayes.
Yeah, Killian Hayes. He really hasn't did much.
Yeah, he hasn't shown much. He had the injury,
Yeah.
but he hasn't shown much either, right?
Yeah, he hasn't shown much. He hasn't shown if he's a point guard, combo guard, off ball. Kate already took the reins and ran with him. So yeah, so I feel like Ivy would be the pick there. So I'm taking Ivy for the Pistons. All right, we got Troy Fleet says Jaden Ivy. Okay, Tari Easton if Matherin or Johnny Davis is gone. Are you talking about the Pistons pick Paris Duggar? Or are you talking about the Knicks?
So he probably talking about the Knicks.
The Knicks.
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yep. So
we got 10,000 second rounders. We need to package that, but we'll get to that too.
All right. So we got Ivy. We got Ivy twice, so we're locking it in. All right, we're locking in Ivy for the Pistons. The chat has spoken. All right. All right, cool. So let's move on to this is now it's like really getting interesting now. I mean, this is kind of where it starts getting crazy. Like you got the Pacers, they're another team that made a trade. They made a trade for Tyrese Halliburton. They made a trade for Buddy Hield. They got Malcolm Brogdon there. So Malcolm Brogdon is, we all know he's injury prone, but when he's healthy, like he's a killer on the court. He can score. He's actually their number 1 leading scorer when he's healthy.
Malcolm Brogdon, okay.
Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon.
Healthy, but yeah.
Yeah, when he's healthy. For the 20 games that he's healthy. Yeah.
Right.
Then you got Buddy Hield, who is just lights out shooter, just flamethrower at the 2 spot. You got Tyrese Halliburton, who's the 3rd leading scorer, who's a facilitator, can run the point, play a little off ball himself. You got Chris Duarte, who's, we wanted some Knicks fans wanted, even the front office wanted him. The front office wanted him too. So he's there. We're back. He's their shooting guard too. You got Miles Turner, who's their 4th leading scorer, center. I think this is 1 more year. His last year on the contract.
Right.
And then you have a Jalen Smith at their power forward position. So they have a glaring hole at small forward.
Right. And that's where, You want to take this one, or you want me to take this one?
Good, good.
And that's where it makes it's easy. Just like everyone's saying in the chat, that's the guy I had at the Pacers. He fits them so well. I think Keegan Murray. This is where you
Okay.
take the. He's probably the best shooting wing in the draft as far as at that height, 6'8". Probably the best shooting wing. I mean, yeah, the best. The best shooting wing. Yeah, probably the best scoring wing too. Keegan Murray at. And I said he reminds me a lot of. I don't know, for some reason he reminds me of Danny Granger. Um, Sneaky athleticism. I feel like he probably a little slow to guard the smaller positions like ones and twos, but he can guard threes and fours. He may be able to guard some twos. He'll probably learn the game over time. But similar to Danny Granger, same height, kind of can shoot very well, can put it on the floor. Pretty gifted, pretty good scorer. Can score from any spot. Like I said, can shoot. And like you said, they got Chris Duarte. And one thing with Rick Carlisle, he doesn't like rookies too much. He doesn't like them really too much, but we'll see. I mean, like I said, the guy fits. So, they were another team. They wasn't good. So best player available, and he would fit because he's a wing.
He could play that small forward or power forward position. Yeah. He's just a solid all around player, like you mentioned. Just does a little bit of everything, just good enough. Doesn't have that elite athleticism, but there's not all those players kind of went off the board already. So this is kind of what's left over at this point as far as all around game. So yeah, it's a good fit. The chat seems to be agreeing with you.
Right.
Parrish Duggars, the chat wanted Ben 2 picks ago for it was the Kings. Yeah, the Kings. So he's off the board. So a lot of the chat saying Murray.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had him going at for the Pacers. Yeah, I think he just fits them so well. I don't know why. I mean, I know his best player available, but he just think he would fit them. We need a wing. Miles Turner's still there. We don't know what it's another team. You don't know the direction. Well, they want to rebuild because that was their direction. Lenny Joseph, what up, brother? I think I know my guy Lenny. But yeah, I think the Knicks. I think they what's I gonna say? That's another. I mean, not the Knicks. The Pacers. That's another team. I think I think they was pretty much in rebuild mode anyway. So last season. So I think they have a direction. So yeah. Parrish Douglas said they might take Johnny Davis. I mean, I don't know. When you have Chris Duarte, who's also a shooting guard, I don't know. Don't they have other shooting guards backup? I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take AJ Griffin with this pick.
AJ Griffin. Okay, that's a good one.
I mean, he's probably the best 3-point shooter in the next to Jabari. I mean, good form, just a flamethrower. He is coming off that knee injury, which is scary, but it doesn't stop him from shooting. That's not affecting his shot. He could get his own bucket. He has a nice little step back. So just some switch it up a little bit instead of everybody going Murray. I'll take AJ Griffin with this pick.
Right. I think forgot they also I think they also have forgot all about the guy TJ Warren. He was always hurt. I think they also got TJ Warren.
I think this is his last year though on expiring.
Yeah, that's what I said. It doesn't even matter. They might be looking to trade him anyway. So that's another case of trading a vet. A lot of these teams are looking to trade vets and just go young, go with the young talent.
No, I'm with Parrish Duggar though because I like Johnny Davis too. I actually had him 5th on my board a couple weeks ago on a Knicks board. I like his defense too. He's switchable, 1 through 3. When he was guarding Ivy, he kind of took his lunch money.
He commits he commits defensively. I will say he's a tough defender. I will say he's a little rugged down there, somewhat. Johnny Davis, he's a good defender. Yeah, he'll bite into the system for the Knicks.
Yeah, I hope he falls. You know what I'm saying? I do hope he falls because, like I said, I have him 5th. Just a solid, high IQ player. Just does everything. Just checks all the boxes except athleticism. He doesn't have that athleticism. He's not going to play above the rim. He's not going to yam on you. He's going to kind of go around the contact. You know what I'm saying? Not go through you. So
Johnny Davis was still talking about.
yeah, Johnny Davis. Yeah. So let's see. So yeah, that one's locked in. We're moving on to the next one, the Blazers. So
Okay. Yes. Interesting. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, it is number
yeah,
7. Oh shoot.
yeah. So they'll be getting Dame Dollar back next year. His stomach cramp should be over by then.
Uh, Game Dallas is a tough one. Okay.
Yeah. So you got Dame, you got Anthony Simons who could run the point or play off ball now that CJ's gone. He can beat second fiddle to him. You got Josh Hart, undersized small forward.
Yeah.
So he's out there. But then you got to worry Jusuf Nurkic. He's on an expiring contract. So now they have glaring holes at center and power forward.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you go with this pick?
That's an interesting one. Now for me, now I know that I was thinking about Anthony Simons, how it would fare out with him. I thought about that. That's funny, Troy Flett. That's what I was gonna say. It was a tough one because it was either gonna be him or Jalen Duren because like you said, they need a power forward. But I'm gonna have to go with AJ on that one. That's where I go with.
Okay.
I go with AJ Griffin going to the Blazers. That's where I go with him.
I like that pick too, though. That's kind of how it would have went if you would have picked. We kind of flipped and flopped. A lot of these other ones because it's kind of boring if you pick the same guys.
Right.
So let's just mix it up a little bit. I kind of liked how the chat just threw a wrench in it and picked Benedict. Something different. I'm with it. But yeah, he fits a position of need. Small. Small forward can light you up. You can never have enough shooters.
Right. I don't know. Honestly, not to cut you off. As far as Portland goes, I don't really know too many of their guys off the bench right now. I know they're starters because their team was pretty weird to me because they was, they kind of underachieved this season. So
because they made a lot of trades, they made the trades. They brought in like a Justice Winslow. They brought in Justice Winslow, another small forward. They like you said, they brought in Josh Hart. They brought in just this guy, a center. I don't even know his name. He played for Oregon State, I believe.
I can't even remember, man. I know they traded Weston. I know they traded Covington. I know they traded Powell.
Yep.
I can't remember who they have at I know they have a lot of youngins. I can't even keep track. I used to like them a lot too, man. What happened to the Blazers? Oh yeah, they still have Joe Ingles. they did that trade too. I think was it the Clippers? I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah. I was thinking they need a Duren, but we'll get to that. I'll get to that.
Well, you picked AJ Griffin. Unless you want to change it.
No, I'm going with AJ Griffin to give them more of a scoring punch.
Okay.
They don't need it with a Dame Lillard over there. Not that it matters. They may not. We'll get to that though with the Blazers. They may not care about youngins right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna go with Jalen Duren. They need a rim defender. They need someone to protect the rim. Someone who could catch oops. They just haven't had that.
Right. Nurkic only plays like maybe 2 games a season. Not only playing, but yeah.
Yeah. So who does the chat? Who y'all got in the chat? Who would you take for the Portland Trailblazers? Right now, you guys got Chet has gone off your board. Smith has gone off your board. Paulo's gone off your board. Benedict Matherin's off your board. Jaden Ivey's off your board. And Keegan Murray's off your board.
No, Benedict ain't off mine, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Let's see. Who to check for it's for the Blazers, right?
For the Blazers, who y'all got?
Yeah, I got AJ Griffin for them, man. I don't know. They might need a Duren. Ivy has a weak left hand. Portland could use a Dyson for the size. Now they could. That is true too. They could use a Jeremy Sochan too because they lost some wings. That's what I was thinking. They lost some wings, some wing defenders, so they could use a Jeremy Sochan. He would fit over there. Oh my God, I'd hate them if they get Sochan. But it might make it easier for us. But then again, not really.
Yeah. I think you want to put the link in the chat again because I think Jay Boogie's is Jay
Where's
Boogie.
Jay Boogie? Jay Boogie's here?
Oh no, he's not. I'm tripping. All right. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I tried to send it to him. He probably left. Probably has some stuff to do.
All right. So we got C-Mac saying Jeremy Sohan. And then we have Troy Fleet saying, I don't know if he says AJ Griffin and Johnny Davis. They said a power. Then Kaiser Soza says they need a power forward. So who's the best power forward available on the board? Would be.
That's where you got Duran, you got Sochan, you got Tari Eason. I mean, those guys are wings, but they can play the 3 and the 4.
Okay. Yeah, we got the last two. We got Canal. We got C-Mac says Sochan. So we're locking it in. So Sohan is off the board.
So hands off the board for the Blazers.
Yep. To the Blazers. The chat has spoken.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing any trades this one. We'll do trades on another show to, mix it all up.
Yeah, that's true, Keyshawn. They might be trading for Jeremy. Yeah, that's true. They might try to pull it out there. So we on to number 8?
Yep, we're going on to the Pelicans, the Pals.
You want to get this one first?
Well, I just want to bring up who they have. They made the trade. They got CJ McCollum, who's technically a shooting guard, but he could run some point too. When Dame Dollar was down, he ran some point. He ran some point, and with the Pals, he has that leadership. They got Brandon Ingram, a small forward. He plays small forward, power forward. They got who else? They got Valanciunas at center. They got Trey Murphy, Devontae Graham at point guard. Herbert Jones at the power forward. Yeah.
Jose Alvarado.
Yep, they got Alvarado.
It's funny. Yeah, this one's a good one. I could see. Did you mention their front court? So they got Valanciunas.
Zion Williamson, who's hurt.
Who's hurt? You know what? That's funny. I could see them trying to get a. I got Brandon Ingram. I could see them trying to get a Tari Eason because some teams he may feel like, oh, we got to replace Zion with some type of athleticism or some type of forward. They may want to replace the athleticism of Zion with Tari Eason. Who knows? Some teams like to do that because they feel like they may lose Zion. So I don't know. They may want to beef up. Tari has good athleticism. He may not be Zion, but pretty good. He's a pretty good pick, I would say. I would think. So they may want to. They may fall in love. I actually had someone else going to the Pelicans, but I didn't think about that. That might be the case. They have CJ McCollum, too. Yeah, they have some wing guys over there. Yeah, they have some wing guys over there. Okay, I know. We got okay.
You want me to ask the chat first, so you think about it a little longer, or are you?
No, I'm gonna pick. I said Tari Eason. I'm gonna go with Eason for the Pels.
All right, locking it in. We got Tari Eason for the Pels, and then the chat has. I see a lot of Dyson Daniels in the chat for the Pels.
Big guard,
yeah. I think so too. They need another, ball handler, someone who could get because they got shooters. You know what I'm saying? They got
Hayes. I forgot Jackson Hayes. So you know what? Maybe I will change my mind. Yeah, I'm gonna change.
You good? You can change it.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my mind to Stone. I'm gonna go with a Benedict Mathurin for the Pels.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was leaning to. I'm gonna lock in. So you said
Mathurin.
Matt Benedict Matherin for you. And the chat is going with Dyson Daniels.
Okay.
All right. Dyson Daniels. Then I will go. I will go Johnny Davis.
Oh, for the Pels.
Yep.
Hmm. He wouldn't be bad. He would. You got CJ McCollum, Devontae Graham. Somehow, some way, I think they might get rid of. They might try to get rid of Graham. They might not have a use for Graham anymore. I don't know. They might get rid of him. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna stick with Matherin. They may want to put that athleticism on there. Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. Yeah, I mean you have size and athleticism in the backcourt and somewhat the front court. You have Zion, Jackson Hayes. You got a lot of athleticism on that team. Assuming Zion Williams comes back and he's healthy, however
Yeah.
the case.
It's a big question mark.
Big question mark, but it's okay. All the teams have question marks. We have the most. But all right. So I'm locking in with what's the guy Benedict at was it 8
with the Pals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm locking in. So whenever you're ready. Salute,
I had already locked in Johnny Davis. Salute, still Knicks fans.
my man Ron, still Knicks fan. Salute Sherwin M.
Salute Sherwin. All right, so yeah, we having fun now. You know what I'm saying? We got different names on different boards, so it'll be interesting to see who's left over when it's our pick.
Right. I know. I know who I want, but going being objective. We have number 9.
Yeah,
Spurs.
we got number 9, the Spurs. So this name is on the list, and everybody wants him. Including myself, DeJounte Murray. He's their number 1 option.
Right.
They're not letting him out the door though. This guy's not being traded. They have a Josh Richardson, shooting guard, Calvin Johnson, small forward, Devin Vassell. He was another one who was on the Knicks radar. I think they worked him out twice when during the draft time.
2020, right?
Yeah, they were considering picking him.
Not doing him and Halliburton over Obi at the time.
Yeah, at the time. Then they have the center, Jacob. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Poelti?
Patel, yeah.
Patel? Okay. There we go. So
we
got.
I forgot his name. But yeah. I know who I see going to the Spurs. I already have my pick ready. Whenever you're ready, though.
Yeah, and that Jacob Poelti, though, he was their 3rd leading scorer on the team. So
yeah, he was pretty solid.
Do they really need a center if he's putting up points? He said no. All right, so I know you're not going center then. Okay, because I see a lot of centers that are being thrown in the chat right now. This is.
I think they're going backcourt.
Mark Williams, I see Mark Williams and Jalen Duren.
Williams fits there because he's fundamental. So yeah, please. I hope they do get Mark Williams. But yeah.
Okay.
I have you want to go? You want to know who I have?
Tell me.
I got Dyson Daniel. That's who I got.
That's a good pick. Like
big
we mentioned another ball handler.
I got a big guard. Yeah, a big guard, versatile guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I got going. They got Josh Primo over there, but Josh Primo. He'll still be over there, but Josh Primo's a good defensive guard. You got Dyson Daniel who could be a good defensive guard. So I think they'll go with. Defensive guard. This versatile guard. I think they'll go with versatile guard. He can probably back up Murray. I don't know who the backup is. I gotta look that up. But a guy that can likely back up Murray, he'll probably be ready now. So he's a big guard just like Murray, probably bigger than him. So I think they'll go with Dyson. I think he's the perfect pick for the Spurs.
Yeah, I agree with Paris Duggar though. He says Spurs are taking the best foreign player available. You said Dyson Daniels, and I'm going Jeremy Sohan for the Spurs.
Right.
I'm looking at their power forward position, and it looks pretty empty over there. They could use a power forward. They went with like you mentioned, foreign players. The Ginobili's, the point guard. What was the little point guard's name? Hall of Famer?
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker. Yep. And then all defense. They went with the defensive player with the claw. So Jeremy Sohan brings that defensive tenacity too. So I can see them going that route just with the defensive, the defensive specialist. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Sohan off the board with my pick to the Spurs.
Hmm.
Let's see who what the chat has. I
Who's
see a lot of
for? I hope that he is there at 11. Almighty. Which one? If we're gonna Mathurin, I highly doubt it. It's a so chance he's gonna be there at 11. I would love Mathurin. Love the athleticism. He said they interviewed him today though. That's that's in today's news. They interviewed him and he said it would be crazy. He said he knows Tibbs likes defense and toughness. So you know, but hey, that's up to well. I hope it's not up to Tibbs, but yeah. But I'm gonna get to that when it comes to the Knicks. We're almost there.
Almighty Finesse. Though, yeah, we gonna talk about trade ups another show. Right now, we're just strictly talking about at that spot who would you take. So for all those who just jumped into the chat right now and joined us, we have a Cully mock, a subliminal mock, and a chat mock. And right now, the chat has number 1 going Chet, number 2 going Smith, number 3 Paulo, number 4 Benedict, number 5 Ivy, 6 Murray, 7 Sohan, 8th Dyson, and right now we need your number 9th pick for the Spurs. And like I mentioned before, I saw a couple Jalen Durans and Mark Williams, and I have a Johnny Davis. So we need somebody else to. Oh, okay. Then Parrish Duggar says Duran, so that's 2 Durans right now for the Spurs.
Durham fits him too, man.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I play power forward for them.
All right, we're locking it in, Duran.
So Duran, okay.
For the chat.
Duran for the chat for the coach.
That's a good pick though, because I had him too. Like if you would have, you guys would have picked Sohan and I had Dyson too. I had like 3 different players going that route, so it worked out perfect. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Duran is a 5. Okay, not that high on this draft class. Yeah, they're saying this draft class is, a weak draft class, but
some say it's weak. I mean, there's players for us to get, but it's up to the Knicks.
Yeah, we can't be passing up on talent. We need to acquire as much talent as we can.
We need all of the talent we can. We were 6 games out of the 8 from the 8th seed. Ain't nobody untouchable. We need the best talent.
We can't be lifting up our nose and moving away on nobody. Like, hey, come on over here, come join us.
Right.
We got plenty of room.
Not that good. I just hope people understand that we are not that good. And even if we are good, we still gotta act like we're hungry. We still have East can slip away just like that every year. We have to be hungry every year. We have to think like a small market team. Just think hunger. Forget being conservative. This the Knicks, man. Let's be smart. I'm not asking for a superstar. Just be smart. But yeah, go ahead. Let me not get off topic.
Yeah, that'll be the next week's show on trades and who we want to bring on and who we really want and what the price is on getting them, because the price is going to be steep, But that's another time. So right now, this pick is crazy right here. If you look on paper, this team is kind of really stacked at all positions. We got the Wizards up right now. So you got Bradley Beal, who's their number 1 scorer. Then they traded for Kristaps Porzingis. When healthy, he could be, a secondary scorer. Plays power forward. Then they have Kyle Kuzma, who's their 3rd option too. And then you have Rui Hachimura, that plays power forward too. Then, backing up Bradley Beal, you have a Contavious Caldwell Pope. He can play either position. Small forward, you have a Corey Kispert, you have a Denny Advia.
Right.
It's that point guard though. That point guard, are you really happy with Raul Neto? Ish Smith.
Right.
Right. Unfortunately, there's not that many point guards in this class. It's not a heavy draft point guard. Do you take a reach? Do you and try to go after a Ty Washington or someone like that. Um,
Well,
I mean, where would you go? It's your pick. You heard the players that I mentioned.
um,
Where do you
yeah,
see
no,
their
they need a
where do you see their glaring hole?
they need a PG. So yeah, I think that's where you go for I think that's where they go for a Ty Washington, or thinking between him or Malachi Branham. But yeah, I'm gonna say a Ty Washington for the Wizards. Um, yeah, I'm gonna say a Ty Washington. Washington's going to Washington. That's who I got.
Wash. It's a wash. It's a wash.
Rush. Yeah, he doesn't get many turnovers. He's not a bad point guard. I think he's solid. So I think he's a solid point guard for them if they decide to go in that route.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm not laughing at you. If I'm laughing at Paris Jackie, so Washington's gonna take whoever we want because that's what always happens.
yeah, and everybody.
I'm just paraphrasing. That's basically what he
No,
said.
that's true. They right in front of us, and I'm looking at a mock draft. They have who I want going to them, but we'll get to that. But yeah, that's true. They're probably gonna take who we want, man. I think we was they in front of us in the 2020 draft when we got Obi. I think they was, and they picked Denny at no, they was behind us, and they picked Denny at Viha. Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. Always, it's like if you ever play fantasy football or fantasy basketball, and it's your pick. There's always a person ahead of you that takes the pick that you want every single time.
Always. They do need it. I feel like they're gonna. See, that's another team with question marks because the number one question mark on that team is Bradley Bill, and I think he's a free agent this summer. He's a free agent this summer, so maybe they might go guard. They might go guard because they might figure they're gonna lose him. Um, yeah, so they might figure they're gonna lose him. If they lose him, they might draft. They might draft a Johnny Davis. Another shooting guard. They might draft Johnny Davis. I didn't say Johnny Davis yet, so they might draft Johnny Davis. They might draft Johnny Davis, or they might draft the Ty Washington. I think that goes either way for them. For the Wizards,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say yeah. So it's tough to say. I'm gonna say Ty for now.
Ty. All right.
Yeah,
Locking it in. Ty.
lock it in.
All
Now
right.
we go to our favorite, but yeah, it's your go. We should get Bradley Bill. Armani Finesse. I can agree. We should make a. Wait, yeah, Parrish. Yeah, Parrish. Yeah, no, Parrish. Leon Rose does stay quiet, but he does owe. He owes us more explanation than he thinks. But yeah, go ahead. So
Okay.
then we got to get to the home team. I guess that'll be the closing of the show. But yeah,
All right. Let's see. So you picked Ty. I also feel like they need a guard, a playmaker, someone who can set other guys up. And I still have Dyson Daniel on my board, so I will go with a Dyson Daniels.
okay, fair enough.
And I kind of purposely did this because those are players that were on my board last week on just Knicks board who I wanted. So I wanted Johnny Davis, I wanted Jeremy Sohan, I wanted Dyson Daniels, and now that all those guys are off my board, it's gonna be crazy on who actually gets selected. There's one guy on there, so we'll see. Um, yeah. So who we got? We got the chat. Who do you guys pick for the Washington Wizards? Okay, I'm gonna remind you guys who you guys have off the board. You guys have Chet off the board, Jabari Smith's off the board, Paolo Banchero's off the board, Benedict Matherin's off the board, Ivy's off the board, Keegan Murray's off the board, Sohan's off the board, Dyson's off the board, and Duran's off the board. So we got a Williams. We got one Williams. We got Ty Washington. We got two Ties to Washington.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. I'm with. We're kind of all on the same page. Then let's lock it in for Ty because they need another another guard.
Right.
Makes sense. And here we go.
Our future media, we picked Sharp already. We had him going already.
No, we picked Sharp, but nobody picked Sharp for the chat.
No, I mean they did say they had him going to the they had him going to the Kings. Some people had him going to the Kings. When I mentioned Ivy, I think it was Ivy I mentioned. And then some also had him going to the Pistons.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but they ended up just going Bennett Mathurin. I mean, two or three people wanted Bennett Mathurin. That's when they threw the wrench in there.
Oh.
But that's okay though. So here we go. It's the Knicks pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Knicks pick, and we're gonna switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
So instead of Kelly going off his board, he's gonna pick the chat's board. No, he'll pick my board. You pick my board. So we'll have Kelly picking off my board. We'll have the chat picking off Kelly's board, and I'll pick off the chat's board for the Knicks pick. So all that work that you done to set yourself up nice for your pick is not going to be who you thought it was going to be.
That sucks. I do want to cook though, but yeah, it's all right.
Just to switch it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Just to mix it up a little bit. All right. So on my board, so now my board was Paulo's gone. All right, Paulo's gone. You want to write this down, or you got it? I have it written down just in case you pick somebody else. So Paulo's gone, Chet's gone, Jabari's gone, Sharp's gone, Ivy's gone, AJ's gone, Duran's gone, Johnny Davis is gone, Sohan's gone, and Dyson Daniels is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Knicks pick. Who do you got?
Canal said, "You better pick Sharp."
Sharp is gone. Sharp is gone.
Sharp's gone, Canal. Knicks will trade the pick. That's what I wanted to get to the Knicks last because see the Knicks. One thing I do want to say with the Knicks, right? I was thinking about this today. With the Knicks, it's 3 scenarios. With every team in the league, it's only 2. They have a direction. It's either their best fit or best player available. With the Knicks, it's best fit, best player available, and will Tibbs even give them some time? That's the problem with the team. Like we have to worry. You have to also pick: is Tibbs going to give this guy playing time, or you going to have to go down there and lecture him? I think Tibbs is more than likely to play a wing, a big size wing, or a big size guard, but that's just me. But yeah,
that's so which wing is that?
Well, the wings I like. You want me to go with who I like?
I want you to pick off my board. Who do you got? Who do you got?
Oh, I heard you. Who'd you pick for the Spurs at number 9?
Number 9 for the Spurs, I picked Sohan.
Sohan. Okay. Did I pick Easton?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my list again. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Well, you already know the top 3 are gone. Paulo, Chet, and Jabari is gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
And then Sharp and Ivy's gone.
Right.
And then
Canal.
AJ Griffin, Jalen Duran, Johnny Davis, Sohan, and Dyson are gone.
Okay. So for the Knicks, it's a tough one. I'm leaning a lot towards this guy. If this is the case, I like Torrey Eason. I like Torrey Eason a lot. If this is the case, I like this guy Dang a lot, man. I like this guy. What's his name? I like this guy Usman Dang a lot. I think that's who I'm gonna go with. Between him and Tari Eason, I'm gonna go with Dang, man. I like Dang a lot. Very versatile, just very versatile. This might be a freak, the France freak. You know, we got the Greek freak, and I like his energy. He's very calm. He just seems very calm. I don't know. He seems poised. I like him, man. He may not. He doesn't show me a dog yet, but he shows me good game, like a good, disciplined, coachable player, man. I like him. Tari Eason has a lot of dog in him. It's hard for me to say. Keegan Murray's not still available. Well, no, he's not still available. But Dang is going to be a sleeper. That's what I'm saying. I have to go. It's between Dang or Eason. I want a wing. I'm going with Dang, man. It's hard to say.
Right. It's locked in. That's cool. I like that though, because it's not really a name that you hear. It's like you mentioned, it's a sleeper, someone who can move up.
Getting him when I mentioned the wings, not to cut you off. I keep forgetting. But go ahead.
Someone who can move up the board, and then a lot like today was what, like I mentioned, today was the combine, and there's some guys that moved up the board today on the combine. You know what I'm saying? There's Marcus Sasser, a 6'1" point guard, elite shot maker. Tarquavian Smith, 16.3 points, 4.1 rebounds. Iverson Molinar, 17.5 points. There's guys like Michael Foster Jr. played in the G League, averaged 16.3 points per game. There's some guys that are going to start moving up the board. I watched a little bit of it earlier when they were going at it 5-on-5s. They had Scottie Pippen Jr. out there that I wasn't impressed with.
He declared for the draft, Scottie Pippen Jr.?
Yeah, he was out there.
I know he's pretty solid though. He kind of got game like his dad in a sense. You say you're not impressed with him. He might need another year or two to polish his game up. Yeah, Almighty Finesse said he wants Marcus Sasser in the second round. I think the Knicks have the 42nd pick too, right? They have the 42nd, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. They have a late round. Oh yeah, 42nd. They had J.D. Davidson going to the Knicks from Alabama. I had Max Christie going to the Knicks too, but I gotta look up into that again. Because the Knicks now we didn't even talk about the team. So we have question marks before we end the show. I know Freeze.
Hold on. We're not done yet though. We got to get the chat. We got to get the chat. We got to get the chat's answer. The chat has to pick the Knicks pick right here, and we're going off of Cully's board. So we all know Jabari's gone, Paulo's gone, Chet's gone, Ivy's gone, Sharp's gone, Murray's gone, AJ Griffin's gone, Benedict Matherin's gone, Dyson Daniels is gone, and Ty Washington is gone. Who do you guys pick for the New York Knicks?
Say dang, guys. I'm only playing.
C-Max says subliminal 209 out of 11. Yeah, I can't run the point, though. I will hit him with some no-look passes, you know what I'm saying? And I will break some ankles. I just can't get up like I used to. And my defense is hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm killing them on the D. Don't try to cross me over. That's all I'm saying. But
the pick for Matthew.
Sorry, Eason. All right, Eason. We got Eason.
Eason's available. Our future.
Yep.
Eason's available because it's either. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just counting up the Easons. So we got Tar Eason. How many Easons? We got two Easons.
Canal said dang like me. There was some guys that agree with me, but I don't know if they picked dang. They just said our future said he'd be a sleeper, but then he asked about Eason, so we don't know. I don't know what our future who he picked yet. Is my man Ron still in here from Still Knicks? Who you got, Ron? I know Ron talked about Eason and Jeremy Soto. Well, Jeremy Soto's off.
Johnny Davis.
Johnny Davis. We didn't mention him. He's going. Yeah.
That was twice. 2 weeks in a row. You skipped Johnny Davis.
I was going to actually pick him for the Pels, but I just figured Matthew was there. So, yeah. Let me see. Tari Easton. Parrish Duggar has Tari. Sasser from Houston. Parrish Duggar said, but that's in the second round.
I think, yeah. Yeah, Johnny Davis is on Cully's board.
Ron said,
but a lot of people are saying Easton though. So
I like East. Yeah, well,
If it was me, if I'm choosing Cully's board, I'm going Johnny Davis. I had him 5th on my board. You know what I mean? I'm going Johnny Davis if it was my pick.
Ron got Tari Eason. I guess that's my man Ron from Still Knicks. I guess that's his pick, Tari Eason.
Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm jumping on with the chat and picking on your board. so yeah, if it was me, I'd pick Davis, but a lot of people are saying Tari Eason. So the chat has spoken. Tari Eason for Cully's board. And I chose Johnny Davis for Cully's board. All right. It's in chat. Okay.
Sasser has the best handle. Sasser is tough.
So what does the chat feel on my board? So my board was Paulo, Chet, Jabari's gone, Sharp's gone, Ivy's gone, AJ Griffin's gone, Jalen Duren's gone, Johnny Davis gone, Sohan's gone, Dyson's gone. Who do you guys pick? I mean, they probably could pick They could probably pick Tyree Eason too. If they pick Tyree Eason for your board, they're probably gonna pick Tyree Eason for my board too. Or Davis is gone off my board.
Knicks, please draft Sasser. They probably, let me see. When is Sasser supposed to go? When they got him in the second round? Max Sasser. He might be going late first. Let me see. I don't see him. Because we got the 42nd. They got him. Let me see. I don't see nobody picking him up in the. Yeah, I don't see nobody picking up Max Sasser in the second round. No, well, not on this mock draft that I'm looking at. I don't even care who we get in the second round. I don't even give a damn.
But I can see that happening though. I can see the Knicks getting Tari Eason around our pick, because a lot of these players are going to be gone.
But that was Grimes' backcourt mate, really? Max Sasser? Marcus Sasser. Let me see.
Benedict Mathurin was still available on my board though.
Mathurin? And you didn't pick him at 11?
I didn't pick him for me though, because I didn't have a pick. I picked. No, I didn't pick him yet. Oh, this wasn't supposed to be my pick. It was supposed to be your pick on my board. You went with Usman.
Oh, Sasser missed a year with the point. See, now, my only thing, Almighty Finesse. Now, my only thing with Max Sasser, right? Oh, yeah, he was in the backcourt. My only thing with Max Sasser, my only thing with him is I thought we have guards. So it's like, why do we want more guards? That's my only question. Why do we want more guards? That's my only thing. So if we get Dyson Daniels in the first round, a lot of people saying Dyson Daniels and whatnot. Okay, well, I guess assuming we don't get Dyson Daniels and we get a wing, y'all will want a guard in the second round. But my thing is, why? I feel like we have enough guards. I mean, I don't know. IQ, I don't think IQ is a guard. I think he can run guard in the future. I think we have Deuce that could run point guard because that's what he naturally ran in college. We got D Rose. So I'm just thinking, like, why go for more guards? I mean, I don't know. I mean, we have 6'5" guys. We have enough 6'5", 6'6" guys on the team too. That's what I think. I don't know. That's just me, man.
Yeah. So the chat agree. The chat goes Benedict Mathurin on my board, and I would have went Benedict Mathurin on my board too. I'm saying. So.
Right.
And you would have went Usman Deng.
I got Usman Deng if he falls to us, man. Mm-hmm. It's hard between him and Tari Eason. It's hard. Mm-hmm. Walt Perrin would pick Usman Deng. Walt Perrin would pick Usman Deng today. He's more of the foreign scout. He sees talent pretty. I trust Ben. I think I trust Walt Perrin in the scouting department. I just don't let Tibbs anywhere near none of that stuff. I mean, Tibbs is gonna be there, but still, I don't know. Tibbs is okay with old cars. He's not okay with luxury cars. He rather change the engine in an old car than a new car, than just get a new car. So I don't know. They call these superstars. You got to pick them. I don't like superstars. What do you mean, like as far as free agency? I'm not even thinking about superstars. I don't know. Well, our future media is. Only thing is, that's free agency is after the draft. So it's like, but the thing is with the draft, I feel like we have two bigs. You got Sims and you got Noel. Noel's a piece of crap if you ask me, but you got Sims like this is what Tibbs. I'm sure this is what Tibbs is thinking. And Noel got to be healthy this year. He wasn't healthy this year. You got enough time to recover. You got to be healthy this season. So I'm assuming if Mitch leaves, I think Tibbs is gonna say, "Oh, we good at the center position." If we draft a big man just for Tibbs to not play him over Noel, that's just a wasted pick. I'm sorry, that's just a waste. It's a waste. He's going with Noel. Tibbs is still here. Tibbs is still here next season. So just keep that in mind. Tibbs ain't playing. If Tibbs ain't want to play Sims over Mitch and Noel, I hope nobody don't bring up no big. Please don't bring up no big this next season because he's not coming in front of Noel unless Noel gets hurt and he's not playing in front of Sims. He might not. Taj may still be on this team. Taj is somewhere in that rotation too. So don't mention no bigs, please. Don't mention no guys that this man's not going to play. Just to see them fresh legs on the bench. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want it just irks me. It boils my blood to even think about it. And that'll be such a big waste. Oh man. I want somebody who Tibbs is likely to play. That's why I'm thinking of that too. You got to factor that in too. I know Tibbs last year said wings and shooters. I'm just hoping he has a love for wings. You know what I mean? Wait, you picked your guy, sub?
For the chat.
No.
So
Well, you wanted to pick my pick,
yeah, I picked Davis for your pick.
Johnny Davis. All right. Johnny Davis is fair. Now, but the only thing is with him, we got Quentin Grimes, who's about the same height, 6'4", 6'5". You got
Mm.
RJ. Now, keep in mind the guys that come in before Grimes. This guy has to play. You know, Tibbs. I have my team already. I have my team already, and guys have to earn minutes. So remember, Tibbs. You remember Tibbs. You have Alec Burks and you have Evan Fournier. Another two guys that are 6'6", 6'7". They play the shooting guard. Tibbs is in love with Burks. So keep in mind, Johnny Davis has to get past about four of those guys. He has to get paid. Unless you're playing him at the three. I don't know. Unless you start playing guys I don't know. I don't see Johnny Davis. I don't know. He's skilled enough to come in front of some guys, but I don't know. Then you got to really start thinking about it. Of course, Grimes is gonna make that man work in practice, though. I will say that. As far as scoring, he might be better than Grimes at scoring, but Grimes is still gonna dog him in practice. He's gonna be on his behind. I
Oh,
can't.
they both gonna go at it. They gonna
I
go
think
at
that'll be.
it.
No, C-Mac, that's how Tibbs sounds. I studied that man. No, that's how I've been mocking this guy's voice all year, yo. Them press conferences all year. I can't stand him. I can't stand, especially after we lose.
Kelly can't wait till he gets old so he can have the same haircut as Tibbs.
If I have the same haircut as Tibbs, and if we still have Knicks podcasts and stuff like that, I'm not coming on. I'm wearing a hat every episode.
No, you can just do this, Kelly. You can just do this. Look,
it'll be great
here.
here.
You'll be good. You just do that. You know what I'm saying?
I want people to see me, man. I want people to know who I am. It doesn't matter.
You just put a picture up there of Tibbs like that. Just put a picture of Tibbs right here.
Right. Yes, and our future media, so I can see. Yeah, because Burks. But that's the thing. Our future media. That's why I kind of like Dyson Daniels, but he would only have Burks in front of him because of that reason. Tibbs has Burks at the 1, 2, and 3. Right. He likes that Burks is interchangeable. I think Dyson Daniels might be interchangeable too, because Dyson Daniels is gonna be probably be by the time summer's over, he might be 6'8", 6'9". He might have hit another spurt, and he might be interchangeable too at the 1, 2, and 3. I think Tibbs will like Dyson Daniels. I think he'll like a Sochan. I think he'll like a Eason. Guys that play defense, they're dogs. But I mean the bigger dogs is probably Eason and Sohan if they're available. I like Dan because of the versatility. And then he could do a lot on offense. He could run the break. I see a lot of Giannis in him. I don't want to say it like that, but I'm saying it because of his frame. He got that crate. That wingspan is ridiculous. That frame is ridiculous, man. He could bother a lot of guys. We don't have the best luck with French guys, but I don't know. Yes, he's 6'8" already. Okay, yeah. Well, are y'all just skipping our mock? I mean, we didn't finish. We didn't go after the Knicks. I'm sorry. I thought the show would have ended. Peace, Ron. Ron, you have a great night. We'll see you soon. We have to draft dogs up here. I agree. I think we have to draft dogs. I want to see energy, because when the guys' shots are not falling, which we see a lot of, we see it looks like the energy is just gone. Like they're just on both sides, and that's when the crowd starts to boo, because it's like, yo, what did we pay this money for? To see y'all just look like a vampire and suck the energy out of y'all? Like, come on, y'all. They start running down slow. The energy of the team looks dead. They're getting smoked on offense. Other team comes back down on a fast break and scores easily. So I think we need an energy guy, a guy that'll go knock some heads around. Like, what's going on? A guy that'll maybe play some defense and get a steal and get the crowd team energized again. Some guys play better off of their teammates. So I think we need a dog. I want a dog. I need an energy guy in here. So when I watch the games, when I'm having a bad day and I watch the games and I drink my wine, or I have my sips, I need a guy that'll hype me up every time he comes in the game. When I watch these games at night, I need a guy that'll have my whole house, just yelling. My house will be lit from watching him play. Every time he gets in the game, he shakes something up. That's what we need. We need that. Have the Knicks scouted, Sasser? They might. I'll start looking in the second round later. I got more homework to do. Yeah. Anybody like Travion Williams from Purdue? Ivy's teammate, power forward. Anybody likes him? I think he's solid. How's everybody feel about him? That's Tari Eason. No, that is Tari Eason. I can agree, C-Mac. I think we need a dog, man. It's Sohan for me, then Tari. I'm sorry, and that rhymes too. But I'm going with Tari, man. I mean, I'm going with Sohan, man. I can't decide, man. It's tough. Just get me. But y'all see where I'm going. The 6'8" or taller guys is who I want. That's who I want. And then you start thinking about the smaller wings. You still have Agbaji up there who can shoot. Everybody, Agbaji can shoot from Kansas. He did all 4 years, right?
All 4 years, yeah.
Now Jay Boogie want the link. Jay Boogie, we was asking for you all show.
Show's almost over now. We need the closer. The closer. We need the closer, Jay Boogie.
Oh my goodness.
Throw the link in there.
I'll throw it in there anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe Freezy doesn't care. He said
it's all good. I talked to Unc. It's all good.
Oh, okay. Didn't he say we have the power tonight? No.
Yep. We always got the power.
I wish I had the power to get guys in. Freezy guy. I wish I could pull guys from backstage in.
It'd be a real party. It'd be a real party after that.
Yeah, it'd be a real tell everybody to get some red cups. Let's talk draft.
Yeah. I might have to open my liquor cabinet real quick and to start taking a couple shots.
Right. I didn't touch this wine all week. I saved it for the weekend. I'm like, you know what? I got the Knicks after party, man. I'll drink tonight. I didn't want to drink today because I was detoxing, but so be it, man. It's a good occasion.
Canal is like, sub, pick Sharp already. I'm picking Johnny Davis. Canal.
Because he's pretty fierce. And like I say, he's another guy that can
I don't know who Shaden Sharp is. All I know is he got a 49-inch vertical. He can leap out the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, Johnny Davis checks all the boxes. You know what I'm saying? Get his own bucket. This man, he's deadly in the midi. Defensive, specialist guards 1 through 3.
Yeah.
I just know way too much about Davis and too many unknown questions for Shaden Sharp. For me, that's why a lot of people are high on him. I just don't know the kids. I can't go by highlights. Let me put my highlight tape out there. You know what I'm saying? It's over.
Right. And like B. Willis said, yes, I agree. We need length on this team. As much as we need shooting, scoring, we need length. I'm tired of us too. We got a lot of big guards that can go, and you're putting them at the 3. I think we need to match length with length. Pause. In case anybody heard that wrong. We got Cam Reddish, who I like. We don't know if he's still going to be here. That's a question mark. At least get another guy like Cam. Get a 6'8" guy that can guard the perimeter. We got smoked on the perimeter. I'm sorry. These two teams, I was thinking about this when I was in my night classes today. In the East, we have perimeter guys we don't have to worry about. You got KD who's still around. We probably ain't gonna beat KD while he's still around. You got KD, you got Giannis, you got Tatum, you could even throw Jimmy Butler in there because we can't beat the Heat. I mean, we beat the Heat with the youngins, but that's if Tibbs plays the youngins. But those are the 4 wings. The last 4 teams that was in this playoffs in the East, those 4 teams we have to worry about and in the future. Of course, the Sixers too. But we have to worry about every team in front of us, obviously. But those 4 teams, if we're gonna be good, we have to think about wings that can slow down Tatum. RJ's not doing that. He's not guarding Giannis. We don't have no guy on this team that can guard Giannis. You know what I'm saying? And we need a guy that can at least slow him down. RJ's not going to do that. I would never even put RJ in that position. I wouldn't put Randall. He damn sure ain't doing it. I don't even know if he's going to be on the team. We need guys that can guard Tatum. RJ did a good job for us one time, but picture a 7-game series. Eventually, it's going to start kicking RJ's behind. Tatum's taller than RJ, so he's going to start shooting over him eventually. And then you also got to guard that other man over there, Jaylen Brown. So
our best perimeter defender is 6'4".
On this team?
Yeah, our best perimeter defender is 6'4".
Thank you, Parrish. Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that. The most aggressive one, I guess, after him would probably be Deuce in the backcourt. As far as getting your chest.
Who's 6'1". So
yeah, as far as getting your chest type of defense or press you or try to press you or really get in your chest, them two. They're the youngest guy, probably the youngest guy on the youngest guys, some of the youngest guys on the team. I could agree with that. You could put Grimes on some guys, on some perimeter guys, not all of them. I wouldn't put him on no KD, but he may be able to guard KD sometime. If he gets switched on to him, he could probably hold it down for a little bit, but I wouldn't bank on it for a whole game. We need a Cam Reddish or a Tari Eason or a Sohan on a KD. Just in his chest all game. Make the man work, just like PJ Tucker did. PJ Tucker's about 6'4", 6'6" himself. We don't have a PJ Tucker on this team. We need guys like that. Eason, even if we was to get an Usman Deng, who's a good defender, he might not be an in-your-chest defender, but I think he's more of a length defender, a guy that's going to use his length to bother you. I got to do some more homework on him. Just like Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish he's a good defender because he uses his athleticism and his length to guard you. He may not be up in your chest. He may not hand check you, but Cam Reddish is going to use his athleticism and his length. He's going to bother. He's going to put his hand up. He has the wingspan, so he's going to put his hand up. And he's a good defender in respect. He's a good defender. He's a good fundamental. He's good laterally. So I'll give Cam that. But in your chest, I can say Grimes and McBride got it as far as in your chest. A little bit of RJ probably after them. No, IQ. I'm gonna say IQ was a good defender too. He's been a good defender this year. He stepped it up. So I'm gonna put IQ there, and then I'm gonna put RJ.
Yeah, they need to do more pressing on 94 feet next year. You know what I'm saying?
He's been pressing, So that's all the best defenders on this team. It's funny because Tibbs would expect that from his veterans. None of them is good defenders. None of them. Taj is good, but Taj is almost 40. Come on. I'm not expecting Taj to lock up I'm not putting Taj on KD or Giannis. They're gonna sit that man right on his behind. When Trae Young crossed up Taj, that should have been the reminder. Like, look, you saw what happened game 1 where I blew right by him and laid it up. I made you guys question your whole defensive game plan, with, if you even should have put Frank in to begin with. Like, and yeah, no more Taj, man. I love Taj, but no more, man. Come on, we gotta get a young wing that can use them legs laterally, them fresh legs. Tired of seeing these oldies, these vets that don't care. I had to take a sip of my wine for that one, but yeah. we need length, man. I'm sorry. I can go into
off right now.
Yeah, I can go into a whole thing about that. We need length on this team, man. We need athleticism, size, length, and athleticism, man. Tari and Dang, man, and Sohan with the energy. We need guys like a Pat Bev or Draymond. Yeah, Almighty Finesse. That's why I've been saying Sohan and Eason. That's what I'm saying. Guys like those are dogs. Guys that are probably going to be hungry to get in the game. Tibbs going to starve them to death. I just can't wait to see who we get in the free agency. That's what's really going to piss me off. That's why I'm not really thinking too crazy about the free agency. I'm not thinking too much crazy about it.
No, they have a plan. You know what I mean? They're waiting for
quote unquote.
Yeah, they're waiting for this expiring contracts. You know what I'm saying? Next year. That's why they got one more year. Tibbs got one more year for me. The front office got one more year for me. Then,
as far as faith in them.
As far as faith, like as far as bringing in the right players, drafting the right players, because when those contracts are up and you have to pay to play, I understand, not paying Renton $25 million a year. I'm saying I'm good with not even bringing a point guard in next year. Just run it with IQ. Like, go ahead and start Rose or start IQ. I don't care which one. Unfortunately, Rose is going to get hurt. Then, it'll be IQ spot.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll see a little bit of what Deuce McBride could do, and just run it like that. Just run it like that.
Oh, so you said, my fault. So you're saying you're tired of the renting of the point guards? Are you saying?
I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired of the renting of the point guards. If we're gonna bring a point guard in, it better be a game changing point guard. It better be a point guard that could go, that has athleticism, checks all the boxes, has athleticism, can get his own shot, can set the table for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Has at least 6'2", 6'3", like those little small point guards that get that, if they get switched up on, they can't hold their own. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I need a switchable point guard.
They got to be a dog too, because you can't run the point guard in New York and be soft. You can't be laid back. I mean, Derrick Rose is an exception because he has that dog in him, but he's a quiet dog. But you can't be laid back. You gotta have that swagger to you. You can't be, you can't be a punk. You can't be inconsistent and just be, you can't be okay with losing. You got to be a point guard that wants to, when you get mad, you show it. Like, you start pushing the pace, you start attacking aggressively. You got to be one of those.
It's
Yeah.
the quarterback. You know what I'm saying, for basketball. So if we're
Let's say that the tough
yeah.
guy. Yeah, we need that now. I don't know who that is, but I do want to see what we have in Deuce. I want to see what we have in him already. Let's see what we got in him. Come on, I thought Tibbs drafted the guy. Come on, what we have in Deuce?
I mean, and what's up with Roko's joke about it is I know he may not, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
he may not join. He's not going to join the Knicks this year, but if you bring in another point guard, and he's definitely not showing up next year either. Then, so there goes another wasted first round pick.
right. They're gonna let him polish up over there, which I'm okay with that because I guess they're gonna maybe this is the year they're gonna see what they have in Deuce. I mean, we'll see. So you give it time. Yeah, you let him get polished. Who knows? He may not ever be a Knick, but you let him polish up for another year. He's not bad. I actually like him. I know Freezy likes him a lot. You let him polish his game. You let him polish himself, and you see what you have with him going into the next season. You know, I mean, you see what you have with him by next season. Yeah, but hopefully, see what we have in Deuce, man. I know D Rose likes Deuce. He said I hope he could play, get run. So let's see.
Yeah,
I agree, Almighty Finesse. You know how I feel about Randall. I'm being honest tonight. Randall can go with them attitudes. I can see Randall on Portland, but we'll get to that another show. But I can see him over there.
well, according to what the mock draft went, Tari Easton was high on our pick. So if he's available, that's another power forward position. Now we just clogged up the power forward position with Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, and now Atari Easton if he falls to us, or Jeremy Sohan.
Right.
They're not gonna get any run in the beginning of the season anyways because Tibbs doesn't trust rookies until they prove themselves.
Right.
Fortunately for that pick, what I'm saying, they're gonna see the floor because of their defense. It's only gonna take like 20 games, or a little more before they start getting run. But what happens if Randall becomes a saint and he's just, high fiving people, smiling, cheering his teammates on, not a turnover machine,
Mm-hmm.
more team ball,
Yeah.
efficient. I'm just saying, efficient on the court. Then do we what do we do with that pick now?
Then you don't trade him. That's the mind game that the front office is just saying, oh, we're gonna give him a chance. I guess they're saying again. But if he's doing that and we're winning, there's no sense of trading him. Now you have him, you keep him. Now if he's doing that and they're losing, then you trade him. So it's all 50-50. But as fans, and I'm sure the front office too, you want to come into the season winning. I'm pretty sure they don't want to play catch up like they did last year. And Tibbs doesn't adapt. So once he's losing, that's it. That's it. Once he's losing, he's not going to adapt to anything to help the team. He's going to go with his way, his philosophy, and that's that. You know how that goes. That's how it goes with Tibbs.
No, I get it though, C-Mac. Tari Easton, he's just like Jeremy Sohan. They could play the small forward or the power forward, and they're switchable on defense. You know what I'm saying?
But what
I
you got?
get it though, but will he? The question is, are we going to be complaining that these guys aren't getting any run? Yes. So just look forward to that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Anything else you wanna add? You want to just add? You want to just go off on a?
Oh, we got State in here. State's in here. Kofi looks good. If Randall is still here, he needs to play center next to Ken Obi and takes the ball out of Randall's quickly. Might out rebound all of them. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know about playing center, but I can agree with everything else. I need the ball out of his hand. He clearly can't make a decision to save his life. So I don't know. Tibbs is not gonna put Ria. He's not gonna put him at the 5. He's 48 minutes of rim protection. I think we know what we have with Tibbs now. So that's the direction this team's going. Yeah, well, that's why we never seen Obi and Randall because he's thinking defensive. He's not thinking offensive and the pace, the running. Them two running together. He's thinking of the rim protection. So Obi's gonna be with a defending 5 and what's the name? Randall's gonna be with a defending 5. If just keep in mind if Noel's healthy, you know who you're starting. Your starting what's the name is. That answers the question who your starting 5. I mean your big man is. Tibbs has a very big liking to Noel. He even wishes Noel was healthy because, he said, "Oh, when he talks about one of his guys being hurt, he's talking about him and D Rose. He's talking about Noel and D Rose. If Noel was healthy, he would see a lot more minutes than Mitch. Trust me, a lot more. That's why Tibbs. I think that's why he vouched to get that man paid in the offseason. Tibbs
No,
did that
because
before.
when they was both healthy though, Mitch had the starting position though. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to start Mitch, but he had no choice because Mitch is a better player.
Right, right.
But
Now I will
unfortunately,
say Noel held it down. When he was hurt, I will say I'll give him that. But but this year it was the other way around. It was Noel. It was Noel that was hurt for the whole season, and Mitch had to hold it down. And Mitch did a good job. So you have two big men that are pretty fragile. So
well, you don't have to worry about that anymore because Mitch is gone.
Mitch is gone. So that's another thing. Though we have two bigs. I just hope we do not draft another big. I hope not. Just for
Yeah, and that's why I was trying to give Duran to. I think I gave him to the Spurs or somebody like that. I don't remember, but
you. We didn't even did we. What's funny? I don't even think we said. Did we say Mark Williams? I don't even think
no,
so.
no, no. Mark Mills, he would have went to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? If we were still going, because Charlotte's right after us. No, OKC's right after us, and then Charlotte's after them, and then the Cavs.
Hmm.
But I mean, we can still talk about it. We got a couple minutes. We gonna wrap it up in a couple minutes. So
Was Freezy? Was Freezy? Yeah, Freezy ain't even around.
yeah. So before we get shut down, I just want to thank everybody that joined us tonight. Knicks after party. We got Almighty Finesse. We got State of New York Knicks podcast. We got B Willis, Sherwin M. Who else we got in there? Our future media, Parrish Duggar,
Finesse B. Willis,
G Robinson.
IQJ, Sherwin,
Yep, C Mac.
Harford.
Yep. There's a lot of other cats that were here earlier that might have did though, but appreciate y'all rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have been anywhere. Y'all here rocking with us, so appreciate it. Um yeah, anything else you want to add? You just want to keep talking about the last couple picks of the draft?
I guess the last couple picks, the Knicks future, I suppose. Thank you, our future media. Yes, smash that like button.
The last couple picks of this draft or the lottery?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Justin L. Salute. Thank you, Parrish Douglas. Salute. Every team plays somewhere needs to get the ball going downhill on spot up. Nah, I don't. Yeah. I could say spot up threes. Him trying to get a three off, it doesn't work, man. I get frustrated with this team, man. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna get a lot of that next year.
A lot of frustration. We might get better. I mean, let's just hope we get better. I'm more excited about the draft and free agency. I don't
Yeah.
see getting any.
Yeah, I'm taking baby steps, one thing at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to overwhelm myself. Let's get through the draft first. Brick by brick, step by step, because you got to remember all the other teams are going to get better too.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's gonna be a lot of retooling for the playoff teams. A lot of retooling.
yes, yep, a lot of teams that are almost there that were playing. They're trying to actually make a playoff spot. It's just a lot of young teams. You got to think about the Charlotte team. Look at the Cavs. If the Cavs wouldn't have played against Brooklyn, they probably would have beat another team. You know what I'm saying they were almost there, and then they're probably going to bring back Colin Sexton. So that's another weapon.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of players were hurt. If Zion Williamson gets back, that takes the Pals to the next level. I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, they're gonna get a lot better, and we're gonna make minimal moves. We're not. I
Yeah.
don't see. I don't see the Knicks front office making a big splash. Making a big move, going all in on the draft. They're just like I bet you they have their plan. They'll make small moves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We need a young bull that come in like RJ. Yes, I hope we get that. We never get the young dogs. I don't know why. We might make a big move. Who knows? We might, man. It's all question marks, man. It's all question marks. It's all because I think we're the only team that didn't pick a direction.
Yeah, but what is the front office showing you that they're willing to make a big move?
You said, what is it? What have they shown?
Yeah, what are they showing that they're willing? They've shown that they're willing to make small moves. They're showing that they're willing to collect a bazillion second round picks. They,
Yeah,
you know,
it's time to trade those. But yeah, agreed. Highly agreed. Yes.
the biggest move was that Cam Reddish move, and they didn't even use him the way he should have been used. Like the first play of the game, he goes in there, grabs the board, goes coast to coast, and does a reverse layup off the glass. And I'm like, whoa, who else could do that on the Knicks?
And I was okay. And I was okay with that because that's what I want to see, man. I don't care. With him, I was okay with that because it's like, yeah, you just got here, go out there and eat, man. If you got to get to the basket, go out there and eat. Sorry, we need guys that can attack and finish in transition. He took it coast to coast. I'm okay with it all the way.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're going to do their due diligence. They're going to pick up the phone and make calls and stuff like that. But if the cost is too high, they're just going to click on him. That Duarte, they wanted Chris Duarte, to jump to the 14th or 13th pick, and the cost was too high. So they're like, never mind.
I can't believe they even wanted Chris Duarte. But yeah, I mean, I like Chris Duarte. I think he's I think Chris Duarte is what's the name? I think he's a good piece for the Pacers. I think he's good when he gets play time. It's a shame Rick Carlisle had a tight leash on him. I think he's actually solid. In my opinion, I think he's pretty solid. Chris Duarte, yeah. If we don't get a good point guard, we trade Randall, we'd be the worst. I wouldn't say the worst team, Sherwin. I know Sherwin likes Randall. I like Randall too, but
I like Randall too. I just don't like his attitude. Like, come on, man. We have 9 young players. You need to step your game up and be more of a vocal leader. When you're on the sideline and you're dressed in street clothes, you need to be the first one standing up, cheering your teammates on. I'm saying not the first one off the bench until the locker room.
Yeah. That bipolar mess. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah. Like, come on. You need to set a good example. What do you think? You need help? No, you are the help. That's what are you gonna say? You need veteran help? You are the help, Randall. Like, help in Randall's case would be getting him somebody that's better than him. It's not getting him somebody that's worse. He's not a number one option, so he just has to realize that. I told you guys we were the 13th best team in the East before the season started. What were we? We were 6 games out of the AFC. So we ended up 14, 13? I think we did end up 13. Yeah, we did. We sucked.
All right, y'all.